advantage they have, which is speed, they're gonna be able to go far. But I'm sure that for Motive, this is a SGMY team. They love playing the counter-attack games. I'm wondering what they have in mind when it comes to countering their strat.
Well, I feel like, again, it has to be a bit more of just, at least for Mongols here, trying to scout out where Motive plays first. They do have, again, Vera starting as that Yoru. And if you can play to kind of just separate him when he tries to go for those gate crashes, it could actually be a bit of a problem here for Motive.
The last time that the Mongols played this map, they did have a double duelist setup alongside their Yoru with 119. This time around, you're not going to have that much firepower when it comes to coming into the site as well. Not that much support as well with their pseudo duelist player. So my question is, are they going to slow down the pace? No, look at how aggressive they're playing.
Yeah, I do like the trap that was sprung here by Motive. They make a lot of noise on C, and now they're just trying to look for maybe some kind of push contact. They play Mongols. Look at the Styron. He already knows something's up.
Watch out! Great read coming up forward as well. I think doing your homework, the VODs as well. The rest of Motive know that as long as the trip is there, they can just take their time.
Yeah, that trip broke. All right, B-side it is. Seems like it's going to be the challenge here. It's only going to be Orgil going to get caught. That's going to be the B-side already taken.
Wayne just so quick onto that, but a trade does happen. 119 to find Styron, but Vera and Wayne, they're not done. 2 to their names. Makes it beeline. You know what? B, who cares about B? Gonna rush into C-side here. Sky is blue.
Spike
We have
planted.
Nexi alone here, and the rest of the team just waiting in the wings for the right time to come inside, and it's not easy. You have the aftershock come through as well. You have no idea where the other members are coming as well. Goes a bit more aggressive. Sushi Boys on the aggressive onto Long as well. This crossfire from Long and backside provides a meat grinder for the players of Mongols. They cannot shoot back.
That was some really great mid-action shot calling from Motive here. They got the contact on B. Sure, they got the player at the back of this on the side, which was Orgil. You can see it here already. But once they started getting that contact on C-Link, got the kill, they're like, this is probably the only C player, and if there's just one more, we still have the numbers to just bully it out and play for that C site. And the problem here for Mongols as the defenders is when they start rotating in, they're just gonna have to clear so many positions here, and that's what you saw from the 2 players coming out from Garage.
Mongols still playing the same game here, sending out Util up on too long, going a bit aggressive, denying space, but I think Motive has read this like a book. They want to push up forward here, and Mem and Fear, the Sheriff shots ring through straight to Vera, but no shots back. Sushi Boys watching the wings, not allowing the rest of Mongols to push up, so good read and good hold. Nice push-pull. But 119 has other things in mind here. Waiting for the cross. They see 2 shots to the face. And 119 managing to take away some guns. Making it very expensive. At least for now.
Maybe even the loss of the round, too, if you think about it. Because now there's like 50 seconds where they have very little map control. They have to kind of concentrate the 2 remaining players on a certain angle. Which seems like it's going to be a C long. If they can get 119 here, that's going to be huge. He's so good with that Sheriff. One more shot on the Sushi Boys.
Oh my god, Listen, that's right. We had this exact conversation just now on the desk about what happens when you put sheriffs into the hands of the Mongols players. These guys can shoot. Isolated fights are something that you do not want to let them have. And it felt like a Motive somehow here. As long as one player managed to slip the net, suddenly everything just falls apart.
It's that camera. It's that Cypher cam that didn't spot 119 holding the angle. He just, again, just pressed up the crosshair, and now topsy-turvy, 1 round. Ooh, push. Oh, he whips!
Oh, man. I don't even know what's happening here. Sky is blue, bit too aggressive, but Nexi holding down the wins. But the rest of Motive, they're not done. Decides to just go aggressive, push out as a team, blinded or you're in the backside here. Swings are good coming in from Flaring as well as Wayne. It feels like a different Motive right now. It's very aggressive. It's very angry, somewhat feeling. With them and Fear alone with only an outlaw in hand. Gonna swap it out to the Vandal. You have a trip as well as 3 players sending, and there's just 1 peek is enough. No, it's not. Wayne, a bit too aggressive, playing on his own here, not waiting for the double swings with his teammates means that he is punished. But a flash to come out, no one peeking. Keeping at bay. It's almost like they're toying with him here. The stun as well, and here we go. 3-man swing out. Motive gonna run away with another point.
Damn. Is Valorant attack shooter or a run and gun? It kind of feels like it's just like you said, just so much action happening. Look at this one. Just the contact from Motive here, overwhelming with sheer numbers and just great contact play with the refrags, just catching Mongols off what should have been a really just solid gun round for them. And now again, topsy-turvy. Version 2, we got ourselves Mongols out of cash, only 119, holding the Vandal and, you know, MN with that Marshall. Oh, Vera.
Yo, that is disgusting. Ah, man, I love Vera. Many years watching this guy just growing as a duelist. Hasn't even moved his position at all. He's just playing around there. A repeat other side of the area, coming over one more to his name. And suddenly, Mongols down to only 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a quiet these couple of seconds here. As Mongols just, again, spread way too thin. Numbers not really favoring them. I don't know what's happening to Mongols right now. I think they're kind of maybe are struggling with Orgil as that replacement, as that sub for the meantime. Because the pacing, the timing... I mean, they got that one round, but that was off of just, you know, individualistic player efforts from 119. They can't make that happen again. Well, it's going to be a very quick first half, to say at the least.
Quick positions forward here. Both of the Mongols players are very, very separated, but Vera reading the push-outs from MN Fear like a book. He peeks and he falls. Last man standing. It's going to be 119. Styron should be able to find him in the end, but you know him. When he gets that shot, he will get it, but Vera with the ace here. A massive round for him. With just an outlaw, my guy, you cannot be getting away with murder like this.
And again, he's probably going to just peek the A main angle just. Don't even have to. He's got Dimensional Drift. But look at that collateral. Beautiful stuff. Really, when you just don't have that full shield, it's just way too brutal. I love how he's just
no reactions. Nonchalant king. Just a chill guy.
Yeah. We're off of that from Brain Rot, all right? We're on the next one. The Italian Brain Rot is where it's all at.
Oh, which one is it?
I got my Assassino Cappuccino because it seems like Vera's gonna be the one doing this, serving up a whole setup. Oh
no way!
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is crazy! That combo of utility is just making him go wild right now. Gets him 2. He's not done, but Skyham's Blue down to the rescue.
Oh my god!
But without a utility in hand, Wallbangs coming around for Orgil and Nexi. 1 each at the very least makes it a little bit more bearable. 1 man disadvantage here against the rest of 3. No idea where to look.
Oh, that postman position is horrendous for the retake. All they have to do is really just, again, focus their efforts on C-Long, and that's going to be that. No smokes to cover them. This contact is going to have to just push through. Oof.
Oh man, stuns are just cosmetic, I guess. They throw a stun back. Gets a tag onto Orgil here, but with 3 people, no skewers allowed. Did you see that line of high-lows? Power of friendship.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Ah, there we go. We got Assassino Veracino. Yeah.
Did you just Google that?
No. This is Vera. See?
I see.
Easy for Vera. That was such a, again, it's a very, like, you know the play is already there because you can just bully with the dimensional drift into Garage, and whatever happens, you'll have that good fault line to follow up because it just has that long range, right? And you're almost guaranteed a kill if no one is assisting the defender, which, again, no one was. Easy kill for Vera.
Oh, they're actually anticipating the push out here from MN Fear. I think they were anticipating 119 actually, but it was MN Fear that went to go a little bit more aggressive here this time. But Vera gonna walk through with the utility itself, but Shorty in hand knows exactly what 119 is. He's not done. Should be able to just get out to safety, but that flash is good. Gives Tyler a pick off, but Nexi not done yet. Sushi Boys, a good timing here for the slow rotation onto mid side. He has so much control of B main and glass.
What is happening? Well, Nexi, I love the try, but now 2 bullets in a dream. Gotta reload first. But Vera, he hasn't really used the Vandal as much as I think he would, at least in these rounds. It's been the outlaw.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love him for it.
Me too. Me too, King. Me too. But, coming back to Vera, I think, when you talk about, like, Yoru usage, he might as well just be one of the best Yorus here, at least in Challenger Southeast Asia. I think I want to go back to that last round about how he went out of his dimensional drift, threw out a flash, threw out a clone before jumping out, which just completely throws his opponents off guard. No idea where to look. Which Yoru is which? Man, I can't tell.
He's just so good at it. And at least for now, when Mongols are kind of scratching their heads on what the contact they really want to go for. Well, or at least at this moment, this operator's... Never mind.
That's crazy. You have Vera, who's just wide swinging out here. What is that? A smoke for Tash-sized people? Or they'll find
You're not that small,
yeah!
right? Oh!
That's a coach, homie! Orgil can shoot! We talked about expectations for this team, about what a coach can bring. It's not looking that rough. Orgil looking great this game.
I need another replay on this one. This was insane, though. Like, I honestly didn't think that they would be able to retake the site, but the smokes really gave Orgil this great positioning to isolate fight after fight. And I think Motive just didn't really expect that much coverage, so they couldn't really get any refrags whatsoever, which has been, one of the fundamentals of how they've been playing. So compressed, all about that trades, but no trades this time is at least bad for them.
Look at how much utility is being used so early right now.
Oh!
But Nexi gets to... Oh my god, this is phenomenal with just that early Hunter's Fury. But Vera in the backside here gonna be caught, but his util will provide him a little bit more cover. His teammates are already here, the cavalry on site as well, so they cannot push out. They decide to just play the backlines, but Wayne sprays is completely disgusting. Just finds the final member alive. The Rolling Thunder will be used, but Vera's not moving away here. 119, a lot of noise coming in from short as well. But Orgil will be the one to start it off huge right now. Crossfires abound, and the Mongols, they look to come back just now. That round, they had 5 utils stacked up one by one, and I don't think they used all of them.
That double kill with the Hunter's Fury really screwed over Motive. I mean, okay, I think we'll see it right now. Look at that. They just lined up for it, and I think the call there for Motive was just to, well, throw hands, see what happens. And it should have worked. But there was still, as you mentioned, right, from that previous round, not really too much utility used by Mongols. Now, coming into that one, they still had the Rolling Thunder and the big flank coming in from 119. So that was pretty dang strong as a reaction from Mongols. And that's another one from them. Sky is Blues heated up with the operator.
That was a very aggressive angle as well. I don't think Vera was expecting to push that far in too long. They have an idea here coming into garage. Spots out each other here, but the cage should keep them at bay. Wallbangs abound means the rest of Motive will scatter.
What I'm about to say again. Yeah, they just want to, again, keep getting that contact elsewhere if they can. I think A side might be off. Might be a little bit off, out of bounds for the moment for them. They are looking elsewhere here. Sky is Blue is somewhere on short, so at least the big hitter for Mongols isn't going to be on this B area. But the problem still here is Orgil has been getting a lot faster with his response as that breach. So any mistake from Motive in terms of positioning, one peak, one fault line, and you're probably just done. Gotta be careful.
I think the Mongols have been doing a great job as denying info as well. They make their presence known onto B, but the rest, you have no clue how many people are there here. But Motive slowly making their way onto that site. Little do you know, there's 3 players around. They also have the cam on top as well, so I can anticipate this bloodbath about to happen. Here we go. We have the Armageddon roll. We have also the fault line coming through, but the area answer to stop them from coming inside is going to be the paranoia here. Orgil not done, but the double swing coming from Motive throws him off. They get the plant to come through as well, but Styron very much ready and waiting for him. But the Cypher upload is still very much online, so they do have positioning as well. So they take advantage of this information. They go a bit more aggressive here. Wayne and Styron holding the line. Good to find one, holding in the final member. And Wayne, he is that final boss, keeping Motive alive.
What a clutch from Wayne. Again, one of the top, if not the top performing player in the Motive roster. And he holds his ground there. I love how the contact here for B site was not to, I mean, they wanted to plant the spike, sure, but they held off for as long as they possibly could, waiting to get for better picks. And that's how they just made it happen, right? I mean, there was a very problematic position where Mongols was getting a couple of kills, but that's just how it is. But being able to put yourself in that position, it was so good for Motive. And now, if they can keep that thing rolling again, oh my God. Okay, we're good. We're fine. They disengage.
I wasn't sure who's gonna die first at that moment. Was it gonna be Sky's Blue who got stunned, or is it gonna be Vera? He's not done yet, though. Set his sights onto short area, so his position, his presence, still very much noted. So he keeps the rest of the Mongols at bay for the time being.
Look at how far back, Mongols have been kind of positioning themselves for. I think just waiting for a little bit more of that contact, especially when they don't want to just show themselves a little bit too close to the opponent because of the operator that Vera has. M and Fear back at the site. Not really fearing anything. I mean, there's nothing really that can flush him out. Maybe the aftershock, but then they're just, he just TPs out of that. So, yeah, this is just really good kind of response from Mongols. Also bringing more of the players on Garage, just in case.
A is the weaker side, but I think for the rest of Mongols have to be very wary. Look at how many players are toward B-Link area here. They're already sort of slowly reading the players of Motive here. They're gonna start opening up with the salvos, and slowly they make their way onto site. And their response is to stun back here, so but the cages should keep them, or at least isolate one of the areas left. So the Mongols don't really have an idea on how exactly to approach this. There's a lot of util thrown here as well, but the presence of Sky's Blue is noted. Flaring with a great opening. He's not done playing side by side with Wayne as well. But 119, he tries to equalize. He gets two, but Vera with the shorty. I would run away from Vera with the shorty.
That was so good for Motive. There was a play there where they fake planted the spike, immediately stopped, peeked for contact, and there was like 2 players of Mongols, I think one in A-Link, one in C-Link, that wanted to check. And then they got a couple of kills there. Again, that still allowed Mongols to play at the back of the site, and it was like 11 seconds before maybe Mongols could have won the round. But I think it was still, all according to Keikaku, all according to plan for Motive here, with what all the contact that happened in that particular play.
Mongols still have the neural theft online, so that is something they could use as well. This time around, Motive's just taking their time here. I set on C, but there's 2 trips there.
They just committed everything on C site right now. Oh, well, never mind. Just 1 trip. No, he reclaimed it. I like that. 119. In this economy, you gotta make everything work for you. Look, he keeps switching out his tripwire, and they're seeing this happen IRL. I love it.
Seeing the silhouettes here just gives me a heart attack. I was so sure Orgil was actually gonna peek there, but no, he's all the way in the back of sight here. But Styron did manage to catch a glimpse of Sky is Blue at the very moment. So the rest of Motive are just gonna say, okay, they're going aggressive A. Let's set our sights onto the other side of the map.
At least they know where the first tripwire is once they get here. That's why they're like slow approaching, checking, and covering.
Out.
Yeah, exactly. 119 could be in a really tough spot here. Yeah, especially now that he's been smoked off. We'll just have to see if he can maybe transition into sight. Those stuns are making it difficult, though. We'll say.
A lot of pressure into all of the areas and smokes as well. Wayne, nice swing forward onto Orgil, means he can't hold. But that shock that somehow does find Wayne in the end there. But the Hunter's Fury, one more time, he sends it out here. Gonna be able to get some tags, but is he gonna get a kill? No, this time around he's not gonna get away with murder. Not done yet. There's special package sent, but the rest of Motive decides to push up aggressively. Good for 2, but Nexi and Sky's Blue. These are Sheriff Demons online right now. Vera going aggressive. Unfortunately for him, will whiff, but it's fine. Plans it for long. Gonna play the long game right now. Just gonna wait and see where exactly they're gonna be coming from. They have the salvos to buy a bit more time. Sky's Blue is just holding as well. Way to play of things.
Wow!
But the swing up just catches the members off guard right now. Still have 1 more play to worry about. It's Styron. He's not peeking. He's just toying with him, buying time right now. And that strafe catches 119 off guard. Gonna be able to recover that off.
That was incredible. That was just... Vera is so locked in, especially with that 1 versus 1 against Sky is Blue. He just knew the angle was straight up there. And then, again, it's just a good amount of refragging from both sides. Unfortunately, Mongols can't really just get that upper hand. Like, you see 119 here getting a couple of these kills, and Styron peeking out like that. He already knew there was no time for him to even defuse that spike. He was just popping shots, hoping that maybe, but then just no.
Who's next?
Vera, this time a lot of space covered already. Dimensional drifts spotting out the utils, the traps, and everything, all the way onto CT side here. And Orgil reading them like a book, finds Wayne, not done. And right now, just blocking in the corner! So as Tyron's able to getting a kill with the salvos. Oh my goodness! Never Rising Tech used this way as well. But Sky's Blue, he's not done. Aggressive as ever, but they can't really push. The Armageddon should stop them for the time being here. So Motive should be able to get that plant! As Tyron running away with the op, not able to get more. The fast lane, just give him a bit of space, isolating the angles, but wow, Flaring read him to perfection. Should get him in the end. And I have to say, these rounds have been down to the wire between these two teams.
Yeah, and it's been just so fast-paced. Like, we could probably end this first game in less like 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm correct on that one, but it's just the pace, right, Tash? It's just so fast. They're kicking a lot of buttons.
Yeah, I agree with you. But this time around, Sky is Blue. The rest of Mongols is still playing that same game. Just now, it was aggression onto A-Long. Same thing here on attacking side as well. They're playing aggressive here. Oh, that crowd just throws the crosshair off for Sky is Blue, so he will fall first.
One suppressed.
Vera's just man-moding A-Long by himself. 119. I think he's already, he's been spotted going through that B side. But the problem is he doesn't have the spike. They know he's there. So, yeah, the 3 versus 1. We're bringing it all back in. Just lessen the numbers. We'll see how this goes, and it works pretty dang well for them. And again, Mongols, if they push for this A side, it's gonna be a 5 versus 3. That's about it.
The rest of Motive are just okay to wait here. Just wait out the smokes. They have a lot of util to play with, but the same could be said about Orgil as well. So just waiting for that contact play to happen. Paranoia happens, and his response immediately is to throw in that fault line. But Vera on the side already somehow waterfall the rest of Mongols to death. Weren't able to shoot, saw completely nothing from the initial Paranoia.
Dang. I feel like Vera, you know, he's seen the trailers and he's been living it. You know what he's seen? Now you see me, now you don't.
Oh,
oh yeah.
I see what you did there.
It's hella cringe, but I gotta squeeze it in somewhere there because Vera has. It just feels like Vera has been everywhere at this point in this game, right? And the way that he's played is so multi-dimensional. He's gonna have this round where he has the outlaw, sick. He's gonna have a round where he has the dimensional drift, and that opens up another pathway for Motive.
Go, go, go. This time here, the Bucky play comes through, so they know Wayne is inside. The relay boy comes up, but Wayne has a judge in hand as well here. The amount of, shotgun kills I've been seeing this season is way too high. Tier 1, Tier 2 doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's, I think, the neon as well, right? For you.
Yeah.
Just so good. And then to counteract the neon, might as well just have a shotgun because it's faster. Anyways, plan on the spike for Mongols here. Mission succeeded at least in getting the site, but the retake or the post plan is really where it's going to be at. 119. No. I like the idea, but we'll have to see.
He's already pretty much aware there's going to be one player there with that shotgun, so he goes back, but straight into Vera's arms. 2 players, 2 shots, 2 bullets, all he needs. Ghost kill from Saron as well, and the final member just sprays to the smoke. You know exactly where Orgil is, so Motive should run away here. 11 points in the bag, and Mongols, this is a round that they really, really needed, and they weren't able to catch up.
That wasn't a force buy, right, for Mongols? They still have the money to buy up this round? No, okay, that was a... Okay,
no, was it? I think it was a mixed.
It's like just a weak buy, just to kind of test the waters, see if they can stress the defense that was Motive. But, I mean, looking at the Motive weaponry here, this is still really good at countering a gun round from your opponents. The judge in close quarters, the outlaw that Vera has been lovingly, getting those sick highlights. We'll have to see again.
Sky's moving forward there. Location found. Trapwire will find him. So Sushi Boy, all he has to do is just react off that. He's not done a quick reposition forward. Sprays to the smoke as well. Some chip damage abound, but both teams still very much in the clear.
That shotgun was supposed to destroy it, and it didn't. So Sky's Blue pays the price for that. Mongo's gonna have to play a little bit more reactive at this point. Try to look elsewhere. But the defense is just stifling for Motive here. It feels like there's no entryway, and that spike being dropped in front of the B site makes it a living hell. Orgil, if he picks that up...
Can't find the trip, he can't find the trip!
Yeah, but again, that spike's just right there. Such a tease. Need to pick it up.
Through here. Ooh, Wayne, they know there's gonna be one close here. Clears out one corner because the other is paranoia. Cannot isolate. And now the smokes are down again. Every time someone tries to challenge, walk onto the platform, tries to fight for that spike, they're not able to. But they're at the very least 119 here. Find another area to play with as well. Wayne in the corner, trying to isolate these fights. Can't do that because the collateral is just too much. 119. Gonna be able to just fall here as Vera finally shows his position. And now we're down to match point. Mongols cannot seem to figure this out.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, this is the one. Sky is blue. He got the good setup and everything, but really just getting caught by that tripwire, I think, just screwed over Mongols.
One enemy remaining.
That being said, though, that was a sick... that was not a collateral, right? It was just a spray transfer out of nowhere. The replay kind of showed it. But anyways, whatever. Sick plays from 119. But it's just not enough at this point, Tash. It's just not enough.
The entry when it comes to pathing, when it comes to the Mongols, same thing every single round. You throw salvos, same plays, you go aggressive with Sky is blue. So the rest of Motive is just holding and waiting here. But this time around, M and Fear should be able to punish Vera for daring to go a little bit more aggressive. They read him like a book. So both teams reading each other out, sussing each other out right now.
Yeah. Still though.
I know exactly.
Weaponries. Pretty strong for Motive here. That is a very solid neural theft. That gives all the information that they need. Sky is who's going to be pushing into this. Tripwire. Still getting so much value.
The double trip does give one, but Orgil is there and waiting for initial to push out. They have smokes done as well. Salvos to just deny that plan, and they do just that for the time being. But a lot of pressure coming into those smokes. Staron forced to play a little bit more passive, waiting for his teammates. They're gonna try and do the same thing again. Paranoia out here. TP onto the side. No clue where to look. 119, good for one here. His teammate is close by. Gonna go and try to go for that defuse here. Just a tap, forcing them to leave their hidey holes. Flaring, as soon as he swings out, he falls. Staron goes for another here. 119, final man standing! But you can always rely on this guy to bring your team to the finish line. A 13-2-3 scoreline. Motive shows...
Now on Ascent, and I love this. So, I gotta say, loving on this one. I will just kind of look or focus more on the Vera Sky is Blue matchup. Now that Sky is Blue is on the Yoru as well, on the attacking side here, and looking into the Vice and Tejo that is on the Motive side, it feels like it will be a tad bit more difficult for him to enter the site with the rest of the team when there's just so much separating abilities available here from Motive.
Agree with you as well. Coming into this one, but I will say that Deadlock is very potent on this map, and just like that, it's going to give me a great opening by Orgil there. Shot the head of Vera, of Styron completely. Who's the duelist here? Because first contact play is by the Sentinel. Hello?
I mean, he's had enough, you know? He's not only coaching his team mentally and in the strats, he's also coaching them on how to shoot gun and get good. This is a great start for Mongols, though.
Yeah, amazing here. Orgil
again.
will just walk out, get a shot to the face here. Anyone, give me his Aim Labs Kovacs playlist because this is incredible. Not done yet. Still work to do with another 2 more players alive. So Wayne does take Orgil down a notch. Smokes will be here, but 119 there to fill in the gaps one more time. But Flaring cannot bring his team further away from that. So that's a great start, a pistol onto Mongols' laps.
Wow, it's like Valorant is a shooting game and you just gotta get good at aiming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible though from Orgil. How is this? Okay, and another one. It's just the whiffs. Those 2 shots just connecting already, I think, gave the round into the hands of Motive. Now, or sorry, into the hands of Mongols. Now, are we gonna get a like eco win from Motive? We'll have to see because that happened you know, on Haven. So just putting it out there.
Oh yeah, that could happen. But this time around, Motive doesn't want to challenge. Instead, they will decide to choose to wait. They had an arc rose there, planted toward the B main side to see if anyone were to push. They want to do that. So early grab that as well to show presence alongside salvos this early, and the rest of Motive decide to play around mid side area.
I like it. You know, just kind of compress the players. If Sky is Blue falls back onto A short because he might have gotten the kill here, Wayne is hearing all of this, and he kind of set up a little bit too long on that one.
So the crunch play coming in from mid-side area, and the only thing that Wayne had to do was just give the idea that, okay, I hear noises here, come out forward here, let's just make a death sandwich onto that one player. But the flash is good here. It keeps Orgil at bay for the time being. 119 keeping a close eye onto market side. But the net will come through, forces Vera to teleport away. And the Mongols here straight down onto site.
Just kind of hoping that maybe they went to that A site, but yeah, that 50-50 stack on A not gonna pay dividends for them, so they're gonna have to go for that rotation. Thankfully enough, at least for Motive here, is they're going to be pressing out of spawn as a full 5 without worrying on any mid lurks from...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, from Mongols.
No surprise. Through the smokes here, Wayne does find one as well, but they're just swinging onto the side here, right into the face for a flaring. But oh my god! 119! Making it look like ham labs as all the players of Motive try to jump onto the site with a Guardian.
He's racking up the body count there, almost nearing that neural theft. I like the play here for Motive, but this one, he just kind of gone and jumped out. It might have happened, but in the, you know, when it's 119's time, you're not going to be able to make it. Anyways, we got the gun round here for Motive already. Seems like they kind of keep wanting to push on B main, which might work. There is this aggressive or this defensive Cypher cage from Mongols, and I like, yeah, 119. He's got this in the bag. He already knows that Styron is somewhere on B main. Vera's so close to the contact here, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to clear it out efficiently. That's a shot.
Completely getting the head of Orgil there, but 119 quick just trade this out as well. Gets the neural theft online, and Styron tries to challenge, goes a bit more aggressive here, decides to play a little bit more safe. No clue how many are there, so the lack of information keeps them at bay. No, tries to double dip and pays dearly for it. Alongside flaring.
Cover going out.
Mongols already full control of B side.
Motive is having a very difficult time at what they kind of want to do here. Like the
Let go.
Whew, okay, he's got the shot. Yeah, pretty good. Just wanted to say real quick that it feels like Motive want to contest a position, but then also want to fall back, and it's resulting in them just getting caught.
Oh yeah. Here, forward as well. The salvos should keep them at bay for the time being. 119 holding down Long's area. The double swing is good here from both players from Motive. It's all about finding a 1v1 here. Sushi Boy's all alone, reaching out forward here, trying to shoot people in the face, but Nexi, all he has to do is hold. And it felt like the pressure got to Sushi Boys that particular round.
Yeah, time as well, right? This is just, clocks are sticking. Has to defuse that spike, but also have to deal with the defender, or the post planner at the back of the site first. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at that contact on 119 on the Sova player here from Motive. He threw out the recon dart, and it felt like he wanted to back away, just get that quick positioning, but then also wanted to challenge. And then you saw Flaring kind of do the same thing on stairs. So again, that round I think was more of a just confusing round for Motive more than anything else, and Mongols just had a straight up plan of, you know, go push, go kill.
It's almost like a brick by brick moment here for Mongols, right? It's like a small piece of a puzzle here. Walk slowly, take up control of B main, and then suddenly you just take your time trying to just dwindle down the numbers onto site. Trying to play off contact here. Orgil spots nothing yet.
There we go, just a tiny bit of contact outside B main. They need to call for the smoke.
Huge.
Yeah.
Sky's Blue hasn't been noted yet. Good to find one more. The sprays are good here for Sushi Boys, but Wayne from that far away with the stinger goes aggressive right now. But 119 hits seen, hits popped alongside Orgil as well, leaving Wayne all alone in a 1v4. Could dwindle down the numbers, could make it a bit more expensive at the very least here, but timing is definitely not on his side as the Mongols look to make this entire Ascent map their home.
Wow. That was just a clean round from Mongols here. And I don't know what's happening with Motive. The calls, they have like some very questionable lack of defense here. Having mid open, Sky is Blue pushing in. I was, hyping up Motive so much, but coming into this second map, it seems like Mongols has control of the tempo, of the rhythm of this game. Oh. Interesting TP. It's fine.
Nice Vera there as well. Not too sure what happened. Oh, it was mid-side area here. I'm in fear. Peeks out onto main as well. He's not done. Flaring did get tagged just a tiny little bit there. So the rest of Motive here, it just feels like Motive are just a bit too nervous to go a little bit more aggressive since they're losing their contact fights here. But you hear the sound of Armageddon, you see the trips come online as well. MN Fear tries to go aggressive, but Flaring waiting for him. He's been holding the line for quite some time here. Styron tries to go forward, can't do that, can't provide cover to his teammate, but Orgil should fall here. Styron still holding downstairs area here, trying to isolate these 1v1s. Good to find Sky's Blue as well in the middle of a crouch, hopes to take away his crosshair. Can't do that quite yet. It's 119 with only 5 HP left here. Wayne waiting to play close by with Styron. Styron's making a lot of noise as well to take away the attention from Wayne. Sends a drone out.
Planted.
Yeah, they also denied the spike as well. It just got planted. Oh, he sees the double push.
Nice spray from Wayne for 2. Strafes are great coming from this player. You really gotta give it to these two. The ultimate duo, honestly. You had Styron make so much noise onto lane, takes away a lot of attention to allow Wayne just quickly, slowly make his way a tiny little smidge into the site.
Finally, the rhythm looks a lot better here from Motive on this round as well. There was also, I think, a greedy Armageddon that we saw from Nexi be thrown out on mid to kind of flush out Flaring right then and there. We saw that, and then they just didn't get that kill. And I think there was just two plans happening all at once for Mongols that they just couldn't get rolling for them. So with that in mind, it just felt like because they had to do so many things at the same time, get the site, push the mid, and Motive wasn't really losing numbers, it just looks super solid for Mongols. Or for Motive.
I love this adjustment as well. Just now, they had died twice onto mid this time. So they go a bit more aggressive, sending 2 players holding down mid-side area. Close eye onto into bottom mid as well. But the salvos should push them away at the very least. But they are not backing off because the rest of Mongols, full control B-side already.
Look at how many players Motive has on mid. They might actually just push out and go for a big flank on B main. I don't know if that's going to be any worth it at all because 119 has all of his utility there. Oh, dimensional drift just to bypass all of that. I like it. I like it.
Nearly died there as well. So they put in a bit more pressure onto that as well. Marks all the util. And that wall will be tripped, so it does keep the rest of Motive at bay for the time being. A quick flash forward here does nothing because no follow-ups quite yet. They spot the cam, they have all the ideas where all the members are.
Oh
What a
my
swing
God.
from 119 to take down Vera. But the utility coming in from his teammate would give them a little bit more space. But Motive, this is great execution and use of util to give them another round on the board.
That was so unlucky for 119. He had the almost 2 good kills there. Wayne was supposed to follow up and he loses bullets when he needed it the most. Unlucko. Anyways, that was some really good post-plan stuff from both teams. I love the fact that Mongols had everything set up for B main, and then they just denied so much positioning from Wayne as well as Vera, which again ultimately still lost in the round, but still pretty good. Motive on the retake, so much control coming in from their players, and just having a better refrag timing as I think they're also adjusting to the rhythm of Mongols.
Standing ahead.
Nice offense angle from MN Fear here, but unfortunately for him, his position's noted. So his HP dwindled down to barely half, no shields at all. But Vera, a very aggressive stance.
Wow.
Who's next?
He's getting through this. There's no tripwire in A main. If they come back to him, he's gonna have a free kill. No one is looking. Absolutely no one is looking. Oh my god, he's got the shot off.
Right now, it's almost like making a trip, crunching the members of Mongols, leaving 119 all on his lonesome. In 1v5, that's gonna be hard. He's gonna try and get away with one member away. Unfortunately for him, chose wrong. So it's gonna be the clone that falls. Suppressed as well. He can't do anything here.
Yeah, he's just trapped. 119. Okay. I like the idea.
I think.
I mean, they got money. Does he have money for next round?
No access to
No.
spike.
I mean, it's all the way there. In the loving hands of Motive.
30 seconds left.
Jump peeks forward. They know why one is. Good to find Vera, but can't do magic this time. 119 completely overwhelmed. Motive seems to have figured them out right now, so they're slowly coming back online.
They really are. They're catching back very quickly against the opposition here.
One enemy remaining.
And I mean, this is such a great call that I think, you know, if you've got balls of steel, you just do it because you already have your teammates covering top mid for as long as possible so you can sneak your way through short. And then once you're past that kind of danger line, if there's no tripwire like we saw, the backstep's just easy. And you kind of see it.
They are here, forced to move away. Netted as well as Salvos. He cannot stay. Which means that completely in front of B main, they should be able to get into the site. Vera is there at the very least. Another flash has denied them a bit more space. But the pressure coming in from the presence made by Mongols is making it hard for them to get onto the site. But Vera dwindled to only 20 HP left and an early Hunter's Fury to keep them away from mid-side area.
I think he's so good at that.
He really is. Makes his presence known, move pushes back. And another trip come through as well. So Styron forced to use his short guard to break that for the time being. They get the plant here all the way backside here. Wayne as well cannot break onto the side. They have the deadlock wall there too. But the Armageddon should keep the rest of them at bay. And Styron not able to get out on time here. But on the other end, Wayne is able to find 119. Sushi Boys too. But the Armageddon, Annihilation will be able to fish out one player. Sushi Boys to fall. But they try to make it a little bit more hard. No isolations allowed here. And with the lesser guns of the Mongols, they make their magic happen to take away the points from Motive.
Oh my god, how is Armageddon an ability? It's just so good.
So
You saw
scary.
them scrambling away from it. What is that, like 2-3 ticks in less than a second and you're done? Styron just could not do anything. He tried so hard to get out of the line of fire and nothing happened. But, you know, ultimately, biggest play of that one is the sneak in of 119. Like, nobody just figured out that he was already so deep in the entryway of that, or in the front part of the B side, and he just caught Vera unawares.
Spots out Vera. Positions noted as well. 119 is just going to trip out that wall. The rest of Motive here making a beeline onto the B side area. Thorns are down and out as well. They do know the position, or rather the presence of where 119 is.
Here.
Stuck in a corner. Not sure when he's going to cross.
Ooh. Headshot angles here and there. Love to see it. Look at this two-pronged approach from Motive, though. It's, what, Sushi Boys and Wayne? Yeah, look at that. And they just do not expect the flank. You've done it so many times. It's time we had our own fun. Now it's just MN Fear and Nexi. Trapped.
Starting to see that confidence from Motive come back online, right? Starting to go a little bit more aggressive there. Quick peeks around there. So Styron makes his positions noted as well. The op as well here from Vera means they're trying to go straight onto the side as well.
30 seconds left.
Try and go inside. Can't find anything. Styron quite low. And Fear's gonna quickly take out that stealth drone as well. Paranoia to just make sure that no one actually pushes onto the site as well. Finds nothing.
Well, they gotta clear it.
Shadows
Just in
traveling.
case.
seconds to go.
salvos. Does it deny the plant? Looks like no. Okay. Retake it is.
Last player
Paranoia and
standing.
all the smokes to come online as well as Wayne just pushes onto the side with his teammates here, rushes up forward. And I have to say, they were slowly taking away B main area, the front of B, by the
Flawless.
smokes with the Paranoia, pushing the rest of Mongols all the way to Boathouse and isolating them from being able to shoot back.
That was great. Just again, you know, textbook use of utility to make sure that your opponent will have to face you at your leisure and not theirs. So, loving the, you know, this kind of adjustment that we were seeing from Motive, and now feels like they got the gist of what the plan has been from Mongols. That being said, honestly, I thought that Sky is Blue would have more kills because it felt like he was doing so much, but he's 1 in 9 rounds. 1 kill in. Oh!
Oh my god! He read Vera's position like a book. Not done yet. 2 members to worry about. Sushi Boys for 1 here. But Wayne's position's noted as well in the corner. Finds the back of him. But Orgil is just not done. Taking up so much space away from the players. Gets 4. Flaring here, left alone, 1v3. It has a lot of work to worry about. Has to worry about MN Fear. 119 even. The final boss of this round.
Hell,
Spike planted.
damn. Coach is just... Okay, I have...
Crazy! What the heck was that?
Yeah! Sorry, I'm just taken aback with how good he's been managing everything so far. Even creating this space that, again, his duelist has not been able to. And you know what? You take all of these battles for yourself, and it's probably round 1 already here for Mongols. 6-4. What an insane sequence from Orgil here.
Start the round at this game, just walking up, entering for his duelist as well. Here's a lot of footsteps here. Should be able to find 1 player off guard. Good spray onto 119. Tries to go for more. Can't do more than that at the very least. So MN Fear nearly falling to that as well. But I have to say, the Mongols, wow. Orgil, wow.
Yeah. I actually had to check, like, his history, right? For...
Yeah.
He's actually has a pretty good history in terms of, like, how much games he's won with the previous teams that he's played with. Even
Yeah.
winning games against Mongols before he joined them as the coach. So, I mean, you're kind of seeing that come into play here. Just great, honestly, for Mongols. And this is catching, again, Motive unawares. And you know what? They'll take it. They'll roll with it. Whew.
Gotta say, watching these 2 teams just butt hits, especially the first contact plays, isolated fights, just in masterclass, just aim duels.
Absolutely. Gotta love that. Okay, now the positioning for Mongols. Seems like he just wanted to push back anything on A main. And it's gonna be this B mid split. But I think Motive, yeah, they've caught wind of it.
Remaining.
They're all just down. The sky is blue. He's so close.
Gonna walk up there with the clone. He read it like a book here. A small peek is all he needs to be able to get the final nail in the coffin of flawless. And this is what's interesting to me. Sam Rao's
Last
motive looks
round in the half.
unshakable, looks so aggressive, looks phenomenal. In other rounds, they just seem a little bit more lost here. And I'm wondering if the adjustments coming in from the Mongols have been throwing them off.
1 enemy remains.
That honestly could be the case as well. Yeah, look at Vera with all the aura, with the wind on his hair. He's got an electric fan.
Nonchalant king.
Yeah, nonchalant king. Love it. His aura farming right now.
Missiles away.
Got the highlights. Okay, Mongols now looking to go and mix things up. I don't think we've ever had an A side push ever, and maybe this is the reason why.
I am completely in awe just at how Wayne, he was paranoid. He still pushed to left, knowing the timing of where the paranoia will fall out, will come off, and immediately caught the members of Mongols off guard here with just that 1 outlaw. Swaps his weapon to a rifle again after.
Spike planted.
You have to clear everything. Spots out the sneaky beakies here from 119. Now they know what's up. Dimensional drift. Oh, it is. Bring me the arsenal.
There we go.
Oh,
shot,
the Arsenal's too
rifle
good.
is coming in as well, but Wayne, he's done. He He's able to find 3 around there. 119 strikes right now, but Wayne with 4. Final boss come here. He goes aggressive and get the ace. And once again, the round just slips away from Motive's fingers. Oh my goodness.
Everyone's going sicko mode on this one. We'll talk about. All right, hang on. We got the highlights real quick. Sky is blue. He's hitting some shots. 119. This is so insane. But look at this. Ultra Instinct gets the kill through the smoke, and another non.
Interestingly enough, you have 119. They're just hanging around B. Util online as well. But early salvos just to make sure that no one's playing in these corners as well. But the same could be said about Mongols as well. Skies Blue had pushed up all the way into A main area. But here comes the push. Evan Fear waiting for the right side to throw out that paranoia. But there's 3 people. How are you going to handle this? Throws it out. Knows where one member is. But Sushi Boys throws away his crosshair. 190 there to receive. And the same could be said about the Mongols on the side. On CT area as well.
Okay, we also have to break that trip and pick up the spike that's already trapped on mid. If they can get this kill on 119, that's going to be huge, which they
so
do.
silly.
And it's a 2 versus 2.
Jump shots around here from Wayne. A very silly one at that. Gets an upgrade to a ghost as well. So gonna be able to break this door. No idea where the other 2 members of Mongols are here. But they do make a bit of noise here. The salvos are out.
Scanning ahead.
The scans finds nothing here. The smokes as well. They are gonna be able to get at least that spike. Orgil making sure to check all the way to backside as well. But the other 2 making a beeline onto that B side.
Yeah, might as well, right? Oh, where do you even plant this when you're kind of hard pressed? Okay, there you go. I'm about to say, where do you plant it when you're hard pressed? Don't really have any information, and you play the 2 versus 2. But this is where it gets incredibly tricky for Motive. They need another smoke to play around with, or else they're kind of just exposed to the elements.
There's a graph net. Gonna throw one player off guard as well. Right click to the face for Nexi. Ew! That is perfect utility usage, I have to say. Oh my god.
Yeah, very much so. Got hit by the grab net. Salvos was already licking at his, or nipping at his heels, just chipping him down slowly but surely. There was like a tiny portion of that back of the site where you could just not get hit by the salvos, but yeah, but Styron just not able to really position himself there, maybe not even seeing it. But because of that, Wayne had to fend off himself in a 1 versus 2, and he lost. So this is, I think, starting to be too much for Moda to handle.
It's so back and forth like the last few games as well. We'll be seeing a pattern like what we saw from Talon Esports win-loss ratio this time around. Streak. Great opening from Vera there. Very aggressive angle, but Sky's Blue going to be able to run away with that at the very least. 2 shots used there with the Outlaw. Styron is making a lot of noise here, gopping out and just spawning every single util to run forward as well. A lot of damage taken just for the member of Mongols to get away from Tree.
They do have at least a weapon on Styron, so maybe he can make some things happen. Sushi Boys has to be very careful not to get caught, though, because that's the spike in his hand. Styron playing the 1 versus 2, knowing about the backstep coming in, and he just gets spotted again.
Ooh,
oh, he dodges!
By the grab net! 4 HP. Forced to reload here. The lesser gun compared to 119 as well. Spike, not in his possession as well here. All 119 is doing is just waiting. He has the cam. He's just going to shoot it out up here. Gonna try and find out where Styron is. Has no clue that he's already up into Heaven's side. They just passed by each other.
30 seconds left.
Wait, his timing could be massive here. Styron.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Oh, he played the long game and it paid off. What a clutch!
What the hell?
I am very confused. What the hell?
That was such a good read. Because it's 2 things playing in those players' minds. Is, you know, he's going to potentially wrap around or maybe push on that A site. At least from what we saw in the 119 was trying to read, right? And I like the idea of that. I think it was a very good read. The thing with Styron was he played to play the player. which is just to hold a position and not make any noise whatsoever. It's risky though, because again, he's 4 HP, but that's why it was so good, because Y19 just knew about, would think that he would just play the safer play, which is to go around. Sick.
So sorry, because that shot was hella sick. All that util around, you thought that he's gonna back off. No, he still challenges and still gets away with a sheriff shot. That is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Now, my explanation took way too long. We saw another super sick kill. Yes. The life of someone wanting to explain really sick plays, and it just takes too much time. Oh.
Wait, hold here from Vera. Does he know there's someone holding a bit close? No, he doesn't. But I think he suspects something there, so decides to move back instead. Having a get out of jail free card is something that you want to have here, but this corner, yeah, you do not want to challenge these corners that 119 is holding. That's a very aggressive hold.
Yeah, this... I mean, at least they're still on sheriffs, so... You can have the B side potentially. Oh, this grab is gonna be... Wow! No way, not again!
Oh my god. Okay, this time around, no one really falls to the salvos, but a lot of damage taken by flaring as well here. These are lesser gun rounds coming in from Mongols, but Staron, great opening onto Nexi and Sky is Blue as well. They're not done, but as the paranoia hits here, the rest of Motive decides to go a little bit more aggressive. Water falling onto the side, but the shots coming in from MN Fear. 119 tries to equalize here, leaving Staron alone. You can't really try and isolate these aggressions when you can't win your aim jewels. 119, any gun, and he will deliver.
What is happening? Motive, what is happening? Okay,
30 seconds
I kind of
left.
get that, you know, you don't expect someone to be there in that position, but this one, I think, is the one where it's such a big mistake, where you're bringing your spike holder on lane,
This goes here.
and then the door is closing in and no one's marking door. Sure, again, you have to be aware that maybe someone's back at B site and you have to clear that as well, but Motive is just putting way too many hats of responsibility at the same time.
Vera, great opening. And Vera has been doing a phenomenal job of getting that first pickoffs here, but he hasn't really been able to survive these initial skirmishes or his teammates either. Sushi Boy's marked as well. So for the Mongols, it's all about just holding these corners, these areas. Wayne is doing a great job of clearing it out as well. So Motive, they finally do equalize, gets the upper hand in this 1v2 here. But in these situations where you're able to isolate fights, that is when danger, the bells resound as well. They know the position of Staron is somewhere onto the side. He goes for a fake, and Mongols are okay to just wait this out. 1 minute to go as well. But Sky is Blue is not eating the bait. Drone comes out here. He breaks it, spams it, tagged him out, so it means he doesn't have a little bit more space and time as well. But he's gonna try and peek out here. But Sky is Blue is looking at the right place, wrong time. Styron will be able to find advantage in these situations for the second time this map.
Not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna TP.
Rio.
Just pressure from A main. Because at that point, I think Styron probably would just freak out a little bit more.
One enemy
Still a
remaining.
very close 1 versus 1. Sky is Blue was, as you saw, kind of just expecting, but again, the timing from Styron. But Mongols still having those 2-round buffers, and again, Motive just not really having that. Not really having that coordination that we kind of expected from them, you know, especially from what we saw in Haven.
So real. This time around here, let's see what they have in store. They still do have the stealth drone. They have the special delivery for flaring as well if they need to use it to entry onto the site as well. But it's been very default heavy for Motive because they know that if they don't default, they don't clear these corners, these angles, they're just gonna get choked by the members of Mongols.
I like the play right now from Motive. It's a tad bit slower, but it also maybe banks on the fact that Mongols likes to play potentially the push out one at a time. Still, look at this massive stack that Mongols has on this A site. If Motive don't get a catch onto someone like Orgil first, who has a grabnet set up as well as Annihilation prepared in the bag, this could just turn very sour for Motive.
Smoke it down the paranoia, and their answer is to throw the grab net. So Vera is stuck in those corners and forced to TP away here. But the Hunter's Fury is online, and then here he's tagged, so he's not gonna be the easiest to get out of it. So Styron takes full advantage of this situation. The rest of the team tries to just waterfall onto the side, but the Mongols, their hole is huge. Their reads are great right now. In fact, a pizza cutter style hold.
Oh my God!
As Orgil finds two, but Vera will be the one to capitalize in the end. His timing has been phenomenal this game, and Motive is slowly but surely catching up to the score.
Oh my God. Wait, okay.
3 seconds left.
Please slow that down for us. Production, I would love you if you...
Problem
Okay.
enemy remaining.
Oh
Last
my
player
God,
standing.
that flick is nasty. Oh, oof. I think I just swooned a little bit there. Oh my stars.
Real, man. Had a heart
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
That was crazy.
That was insane. Anyways, clutch from Vera, for sure, for sure. But again,
No way. Oh, Vera this time around quickly anticipating Sky is Blue, which means that he tries to just peek a little bit more quicker, throws off the crosshairs. So the Razor Vines should keep the rest of Mongols away from the side as well. Astara, he's not done. Gets sprayed on smoke, finds Orgil. 119, only good for one here as Wayne finds M and Fear. So good trades all around here in favor of
Spike
Motive.
planted.
But no one's really marking Nexi quite yet.
yeah. Don't forget as well as a big flank coming in from Flaring. This could be pretty big.
Wayne tries to make it good, but Flaring is here as well. That flank just throws him off guard here. I have to say, Motive this round looks phenomenal with their execution. Took a little bit more aggression and played together instead of the usual defaults.
Last player.
Yeah, and showing you how good the coordination was on this particular round, just hitting so many of the beats of the shots and the clearing of the angle simultaneously for Motive. Now we've cleared up that hurdle for Motive here. It's 9-9 already. Mongols starting to lose a bit of that steam. You know, we were talking about how good 119 and Orgil have been, and it is showing a lot of value, but the strain as well on Mongols and Sky is Blue, I think, is also really showing its effect here. And because of that, you know, the Vera versus Sky is Blue fight, it's going Vera's way. Motive just again having that better result.
New roster coming in from Motive is good. I mean, when you mentioned about how Vera is being supported, we talked about how he didn't really have that in the previous team. This time around, he's getting so much support, so much space to play with how Wayne is just setting up his paranoias, how Styron's just giving a lot of recons as well for him as well. This time around, Annihilation just really flush out and push all the members of the Mongols aggressively to the front, and Flaring should be able to find M and Fear in the end. Vera taking quite a bit of damage here, trying to clear out these corners, but 19 was ready for that shorty play, but Flame is close, ready to trade out in the end here. Styron gonna
30
be
seconds left.
able to eat that net in the face. The flash to come out as well,
remaining.
but this pizza cutter style play means that Wayne was getting a lot of support to be able to just completely annihilate the rest of the Mongols. And finally, after so long, Motive is able to take the lead. That's 4 in a row already on this attack side.
Look at that replay. Beautiful Armageddon here for Flaring to
One
just
enemy
set the
remaining.
pace on this A-site push. And Wayne, you know what? He got punished for wanting to get the highlights, but they can only contain him for so long. And now he's getting all of what he wants, the 4Ks and everything. Coming to this round though, Mongols, they got plenty to throw the way of Motive here, especially with 4 ultimates available for their team for this round.
Fake teleport.
They're gonna just TP the TP, hoping to just pull away the tension of Motive, but they're not gonna do that quite yet. They're just gonna take their time, play these corners and angles as well. Oh, nothing. That deadlock wall should keep them at bay for the time being, so the rest of Motive, they're okay. This is an early wall. They have a lot of time to work with this.
Oh, he's jump peeking. They don't know Sky is Blue is there, but would it matter so much now that Vera's actually pushed up on mid? Doesn't really give you so much information.
No way!
How?
He was able to push out right as the Armageddon hit, able to find a bit more space, catches the Tejo out in the open.
Orgel.
Here, does he know? He does not know that Vera's already on that side, so he should be the next one to fall. You hear the sound from the shadows happening here. 119, his presence noted because of the clone as well here. Can't push in quite yet. The smoke does dissipate, so has a bit of space to work with as well. But Staron, this is a very aggressive angle to play with. But trades on trades, crossfires abound, which means that Motive is able to bring the 11th point forward, and the Mongols still struggling.
There was actually a point that maybe Motive was in trouble because Flaring was slowly bringing that spike outside of B into the site to plant.
Seconds left.
If the fight just went the way of Mongols, maybe there was a chance there. But this did not happen. What a setup for Motive.
Here.
Mongols, again, they've been pushed through this eco/broken buy because 119 does have a Vandal in hand, but this is a naked Vandal or a glass cannon Vandal.
No.
Oh, sky's blue. Brother.
He was just hoping. Okay, this is just trading gate crashes at this point. These two players here.
Yeah.
Vera refills the corner, knows exactly where Sky's Blue is coming, so just waits for him to cross into his crosshair.
Yeah, he's already cleared him out, so mid presence is just not really that felt. You're seeing Orgil kind of react to this, putting more sound sensors at the entryway towards mid, but the problem here is Vera's just, again, gonna put as much pressure there, and Mongols have to play a lot thinner this time. You can see that they are trying to alleviate for the lack of presence from Sky is Blue now on mid,
no.
but this is giving so many
Ultra
options
close.
in terms of attack for Motive.
Very, very patient from both these teams here. Vera has a lot of space already taken all the way into
All
CT
missiles
side.
away.
Great salvos as well, just clear out stairs. Vera making his way slowly. The paranoia sent out as well. Orgil managing to dodge that.
30
so they have
seconds
no
left.
clue. By the very time being here, they're making sure to clear out these corners. They jump forward. Here's Tyron waiting, but the shots coming in for Orgil is good, but it's always going to be Vera around. Just clear and trade him back. Wayne as well over onto market side. A lot of crossfires set up for this post plant. A lot of pressure right behind that smoke.
And you can see that they're kind of aware of the wraparound from Wayne, but he's just holding the position there. Now he has a nice little crossfire, the push up from 119, and he is doing God's work with that 2K.
Wayne quickly eliminates Nexi here. Gonna try and find out where the final member is. Has no clue where he is. He is on the site already.
Just
Gets the
wall-bang
tap.
this.
So the idea is just throw out the salvos. A jump peek about. I don't know if they've already seen where 119 is, but he is just too low to survive these initial fights. And Wayne once again gonna be
Match
able
point.
to capitalize off of that. So Motive gonna be able to hit that match. 6 rounds in a row already.
Yeah. Oh boy. Are you gonna be able to make this happen, Mongols? They've already lost that, again, match against RQ Academy. Are they gonna, you know, kind of continue this lose streak while Motive is about to break theirs? Potentially, if they win this round already. And honestly, with how they've been performing, it's not that far off. So close to the finish line for Motive here.
Gonna try go up here. That one way means that they don't want to just over peak too much in case they get caught off guard there as well. But Motive, once again, default heavy play.
I think this, again, just like you mentioned, default heavy play. It has worked pretty well for them because Vera has been dealing with all of the first contact things for Motive, and so far, at least in this past couple of rounds, it has worked out so well for them. Now that he has that dimensional drift, he actually goes from A to B.
He didn't shoot Force Guy's Blue here. Makes a lot of damage already, but he's not going to be able to get out of jail for free this time. Especially when Vera is already playing on the side. They were not aware that he has already gate crashed all the way to the back there. 119 here alone. Going to meet with MN Fear
Spike
finally.
planted.
But they decide to split. Going to try come in from main and also from market door. If they're able to break the door, they're able to get the timing right, they could create potentially an insane crossfire.
Like this. It looks so good. Sky's Blue was redeeming himself with such a sick play. And now it's just brought to the 2 players remaining to go for this retake. 119 so hard pressed while his teammates go in the other direction. All in the hands of
Three
M and
here.
Fear. The flash out.
Flash as well.
Attackers
That's it.
win.